Hello and welcome back to Behind the Dreams. My name is Jordan Wiegand, and with me, as always, is Jack Seeprasad. How are you today, Jack?
Doing good, especially since I just got my undergraduate degree this past weekend. So finished that, have a degree. So now we can finally get back to talking about Disney.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, if everybody was like, "What? Why is there no shows recently?" Jack's been super busy trying to make sure he gets this degree, which I don't blame him for. So that way he does not have to rely on the podcast for a career going forward. Um, but yeah, so it's been a while. I think our last one was like New Year's.
Yep,
So it's been
about
like
then, I
almost
think.
half a year. It did fly by though. But there's a lot of news that we are going to be catching up on um throughout the that from the time that we missed. So something that broke like last week was five updates that were coming in 2024 to make your visit easier. This is from Walt Disney. They made this graphic. Scott Gustin tweeted it out. I think the Disney account tweeted it out. Um, but so the first thing is removing theme park reservation requirements for date-based tickets. So a date-based ticket is, you go down there, you say, I'm buying a 5-day pass and it's good for only a certain amount of time. That's a date-based ticket. So no more would you need a reservation. You could just walk up to the ticketing counter and say, hey, I want to get in here. And what they had changed recently, after we had stopped recording recently as well, was maybe like February, where if you like bought a it was like if you bought a ticket for the day you were there, they would automatically make the reservation for you. Because this is what was dumb about reservations, is that you could buy the ticket and then still not have a reservation.
Yeah, which makes the ticket a little annoying to have to use then.
Yeah, because well, you can't even use it. You're like, I
Right.
bought this ticket, I don't have a reservation. So you could conceivably have had somebody buy a ticket at the ticket counter and try to go use it, and they'd be like, sorry, you don't have a reservation. And the guy would have been like, but my ticket is the reservation, isn't it? That's why I bought a ticket. And they'd be like, no, you had to buy a separate, add a reservation. Now they're saying, guess what? If you walk up that day, no reservation needed at all.
Which is good. It will make planning trips a lot easier. Will also reduce the burden of, the knowledge you need to successfully plan a Disney trip, right? Because you shouldn't need an undergraduate degree in Mickeyology to be able to enter the theme park and be able to understand all these reservation systems and all that. So I think this is a really good change.
Yeah, and so these are not immediate. This will take effect January 9th, 2024, but they're making this
Well,
known
specifically
now.
for visits starting then, but
Yeah.
bookings for those visits,
Start
uh,
May 31st, which
yep,
is why they're announcing this 7 months out. That's why they're announcing that. Also, I don't understand why it's not just starting January 1st.
yep. That I think it's probably to do with like the New Year's rush, maybe just to
Oh yeah, they want the
accommodate some of
reservation for
that.
them.
Yeah, but even then, I feel like that's the only feasible
Even then it
explanation I can
starts on a
think of.
Tuesday. Like, why not start on Monday or Sunday? It's really strange. Must be some sort of reason for it. But
Yeah,
as somebody that worked there on the college program in that time of year, yes, January 1st was like the busiest I'd ever seen. That was my last day of work, I think it was. And it was like the busiest I'd ever seen Magic Kingdom in my life. You could look from where I was, which was right by Pico Spill. I was at like the turkey leg cart there, and you could just see all the way down that walkway of Frontierland, just people with nobody, like no space in between anybody. That's how
yep.
packed it was.
I I've been to the parks on two New Year's now. I've been to Disneyland Park
Mm.
once and or California Adventure once, and then to I can't remember which park we did in Disney World that day, but I remember we were at Bay Lake Tower on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So I can't remember which park, but it is packed every time.
It's crazy. I don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand because you're like, I want to go there for the holidays, but then I just know how busy it is, so I'm always like, I don't want to go there for the
Right.
holidays. Okay, the second thing is called Good to Go Days. This is because they couldn't think of anything else to call this. So this is when days when annual pass holders and cast members will not need a theme park reservation. Um, so in 2024, they plan to offer select days on which annual pass holders and cast members may visit the theme parks without needing a park reservation. So, like we said, they're removing theme park reservations for date-based tickets. You still need one with a pass holder, and a cast member, I guess. But there will be certain days that are good to go where you can just walk in and not need a reservation. I'm assuming a lot of the good to go dates will be dates that are not like that, spring break period. Um, the like maybe peak summer time. I don't know. I think I kind of wish they would just get rid of reservations for everything, and I'm hoping that's
Yeah.
2025. I mean, I don't
I
know
think
why
I
we have
think
to
they're
phase
definitely
this out.
working. Yeah, I think they're definitely trying to phase it out for sure. And also just because of annual passes coming back, trying to reintegrating it back in with everything else. I think that's probably part of the reason for all of this. But I do I do agree the park reservation system is just annoying. So
Yeah, it's just like if you're removing it for one branch of people, let's just remove it for everyone at this point. Kind of annoying. This is one I know you were excited about. I've only used this maybe once or twice. The Disney dining plans are coming
yeah,
back.
finally.
So if they are resort hotel guests who purchase a vacation package starting with stays beginning January 9th, 2024, they will have the option to add the Disney quick service dining plan or the Disney dining plan. And I was at the parks in March and I was there for my friend's wedding and I was at Epcot. I was at Refreshment Port. I was getting my chicken nuggets. And there's this like girl and her boyfriend or whatever that were like looking at the sign saying like, what does that little square mean? What does this thing mean? And I actually answered them. I said that's for the Disney dining plan. I didn't tell them like it's not currently available, but they can look into it themselves.
Yep.
But it's funny that they never attempted to even remove the signage of it. So
Well,
it's kind
that's what
of
gave me hope that it was coming back.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
but I'm glad it is because the Disney dining plan is good value if like you're someone who goes to the theme park and you're going to eat like 3 meals a day, right? If you're doing that, it's automatically worth it. And if you like getting a bunch of snacks around the parks, also makes it worth it. You can get the Disney dining plan comes with one free uh, table service restaurant reservation per day, or free included on the plan. And then you can get a quick service meal that day and a snack. So you get those 3 items. And the quick service plan, I believe, is 2 quick service meals plus a snack during the day. I think that's how it works. But the nice part about the dining plan is that with that table service, it comes with a drink and in a dessert in a lot of places. And the quick service ones came with the meal, the drink, and also you got like a dessert. So you could get, one of those giant cupcakes as a dessert. So it functioned as basically an extra snack in some places, which made it really nice. And, my family got it all the time when we used to go there. And I think, I mean, it depends on the pricing, of course, but I think it has the potential to be worth it, especially if, you're looking at going to some of the more expensive table service places like, uh, Ohana, for example, or Chef Mickey's, like those kinds of places where you're looking at $60 per person. The dining plan kind of makes it worth it in that sense. But I I a big thing I love about Disney is the food. I think the food there is great. It makes it stand out from every other theme park because if you look at the food at like Universal, it's not the same. And I'm happy that the dining plan's coming back.
If you've never used a dining plan, it's interesting to find out what they consider snacks and
Yep.
what they don't consider. Like when I was working there, I had to know like what was considered a snack, and it was kind of a pain to ring up dining plan snacks and stuff like that. Um, so that is that's the kind of fun of it. Like you could get like I don't know. Back in my day, right? It'd be like I'm gonna use this this bottle of soda as one of my snacks. You're like,
Yep.
all right, whatever. And there was times where people be at the end of their vacation and they're asking me like, how many snacks do I have left? I'm like, you got like 50 snacks, man. And they're like going around like the little thing. They're like, get that. Is this a
Yep.
snack? Get that. And then like I'm like having to ring up like all this endless snacks before they leave.
No, the I we definitely did that a few times. Like we'd have extra quick service credits, and
Hmm.
that at least back then, like Disney would count those as two snacks. Like you could trade them in for two snacks, but you couldn't reverse that. I guess was the way it worked. But at least that's what I thought. But so the last day of our vacation, we'd go to like the Main Street confectionery and just like pick out a bunch of like candies and
Hmm.
stuff like that for it and just use up all of those, which I think I mostly got like some Pez dispensers,
Oh, really?
of the Disney characters, and those shortbread cookies. Those shortbread cookies are great. And then also of course the Mickey Rice Krispie treats.
The
You got to get some of
biggest
those.
place where I always had to deal with the snacks was marketplace, which is what we called kind of right near Hall of Presidents, where they have like did we have turkey legs there? No, it was across the street. But we had like I don't know, corn on the cob, some sort of sandwiches there, and then we also had like whole bunch of like bagged chips and pickles. Like a pickle was a snack. Sodas, Powerades, stuff like that. So yeah, people were there was so much to pick from there. So anytime it was like people were, at the end of their snacks, they're like, "Here we go, just load up."
17 pickles.
Yeah, I got 17 snacks left. I will take a pickle for each one of those. I'm like, I don't even think we had that many pickles out there in a day, so that would have been a problem. They were like bagged pickles too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like in a Ziploc where like,
No, not a Ziploc, like a sealed plastic like
oh
thing
wait,
where
no, no,
you
yeah, I
open it
know.
up. And it's like a
Yeah, no,
full pickle, you know.
I'm not trusting that if I'm being honest.
We didn't tamper with them. Also, another one of these things that's changing is more park time for Disney Resort hotel guests, early theme park entry for all Disney Resort hotel guests, and extended evening hours for guests staying at Disney Deluxe Resort hotels and Disney Deluxe villas will continue through 2024. Valid theme park admission and resort ID required. So pretty much they're just saying, I don't know why they have this on a change. This is just more of those things that they're already doing.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it was more like how they used to do extra magic hours, right? Where it would be, one park has is open early, one park is open late. And because I mean, back like 10 years ago, that's how we would plan our vacation, right? Around those extra magic hours. We'd say, okay, these parks have extra magic hours, so we're going to go to these to get the most amount of time in the parks. But I think this is also kind of nice for some reasons. It gives more of a reason to stay at those deluxe resorts, which is obviously something that Disney wants. Like like building more hotels at Polynesian for DVC guests, all that kind of stuff. So I think they're definitely trying to sweeten the deal, basically for getting into one of those resorts. But
I mean, I think
yeah,
they kind of do it like that though, because like when I was there last, it was like we knew Epcot was open till 11 one night. So it's almost like extra magic, but like without calling it that for some reason. I'm not really
yeah,
sure. I tried to grasp it. My wife follows all this stuff you'd think with me having a podcast and used to work there, I'd follow it more, right? But she's the one on top of all that stuff and like the Genie Plus stuff, and I'm just the one getting my hand held. But she's trying to explain to me. I'm like, this is like the same thing as extra magic, though.
but needlessly complex.
Yeah, like it's just like not called that. Instead, it's called extended hours of operation for blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, that's the same thing it was always.
Yeah, just it needs that branding. That branding was good. Like
Yeah, I mean, even
extra magic
here,
hours is great.
number 4 says more park time for Disney Resort Hotel. Extra magic hours. That's all it
Yeah,
needs to be called.
that's it. Like the branding was just amazing for that. So I don't know why you would go about changing it, but it's just more. It's I'm glad that they have it. It's good that they're
Yeah, so
bringing
that way
those
we have it.
incentives. Yeah,
That's as as Tobias and Lindsay would say. Okay, number 5, plan ahead with Disney Genie Plus service. We are working on ways to help guests plan with Disney Genie Plus service and individual Lightning Lane selections before their visit so they can spend more time with friends and family in the park. So, Jack, we're pretty much back to 2019, 2018 here, where we might have fast passes that are bookable ahead of time. The only thing is they're costing more money now.
yeah. It's fast. It's a paid Fast Pass Plus, which I mean, if you look into the history of Fast Pass Plus, by the way, Defunct Land documentary, the history of Fast Pass. It's an hour and 43 minutes. It's well worth it.
I still haven't
That
watched it. I saw it on your I didn't know they did this, but I saw it on your Letterboxd.
yep. It's on
I was
Letterbox.
like I was like, what, this
Hey,
is
it's
on
a feature
Letterboxd?
length film right there. That's what that is. But hey, it's good, and the history of it cost them like $1 billion to create the whole Magic Band system, and all of this electrifying. It's not electrifying, digitizing, I guess, the Fast Pass system, and it didn't make them money directly. So it makes sense that it makes sense that it got to this conclusion, but I mean,
It's a shame.
yeah,
This is the selling point I used to use with people, like when I because I'm sure you're that guy too, Jack, but I'm the guy where my in-laws are going to plan a trip, they ask me questions, or if they have friends even and I'm at a party with them, they're like, oh, you want to go ask Jordan about your Disney trip, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll be like, so, and they'll ask me these questions like, so what am I supposed to do with blah blah blah? And I'd be like, well, you could use your fast passes, you can book it up to 60 days in advance, right? And I'd be like, and they're like, how much is that? And I'd be like, totally free.
yeah,
And they're like, what? That's free at Universal charges. I'm like, no, Disney doesn't charge for that. No, well, now Disney charges for it, and they
yeah,
charge out the ass too. Because we're about to talk about the right after this. It got a price increase today too. I don't know if it's like a just because of what day it was, because it's supposed to be like fluctuating with prices on your window now on the time frame, or if it's just a if this is what it's going to always be now. I'm not really sure.
yeah. I mean, I think like I miss the old Fast Pass system, right? Like it was great. I remember when I was like 10, 11 years old, what would always happen was we'd get into the gate, we'd rope drop it, right? The park. My parents would hand me all 5 of our tickets and say, go run to Toy Story Mania and go get the fast passes. So I would speed walk because the cast members were sure to say, don't run, like you don't want to get hurt. So I speed walked all the way over by myself to Toy Story Mania, got the fast passes, and it was convenient. Like you always knew what passes you had, and even Fast Pass Plus was all right. There were a lot of problems with it because of the knowledge barrier. I think there, like you need to know the system before,
It
but
was
Fast Pass.
simpler than this.
Yeah, that's for sure, right? Every single iteration of this has just gotten more and more
I
complex.
swear they're like, how can we make this more complicated
Right. Like,
each time?
but it used to be so simple. You go to a machine, you stick your ticket in, it gives you a fast pass. It says return between these hours, and you're good. You can get one every 2 hours. That's pretty simple. Fast Pass Plus adds on this extra layer. Okay, now you can book it 60 days in advance, but only if you're a resort guest. If you're not a resort guest, then it's 30 days in advance. And here's all these other restrictions. You can only have one of these kinds of rides and then everything else.
But you can
And
also go to one of the kiosks while you're there and just
right,
see what's available.
yeah. And now Genie Plus comes along and they're like, so what if we charged you $15 for it, but it's a worse version of Fast Pass Plus in every possible way, in that you can't plan out a single thing in advance. Uh, that's basically where we're at. But now they're walking that back and they're like, okay, fine, we'll charge you for it, but you can plan it in advance. You're welcome. Uh, so I still don't like Genie Plus that much. I don't like that they're charging for something that, set them apart, like you said, from every other competitor in the area.
Yeah, and yeah, I know people that swear by Genie Plus, and they're like, I'm so thankful for it because I've been able to get everything done. I'm like, you were able to get everything done with fast passes too.
Yeah,
But
and again, like it depends on how much knowledge you have. If you know how to use the system, it'll be worth it, right? But if it's a first time group of people going to Disney, they're probably not going to know how to make the most of Disney or Genie Plus, right? They'll be able to watch some things in advance, watch videos, look online at websites that have like their guides or whatever, but you're still not going to be as experienced with it, and therefore you're not going to be able to get the same experience as someone who knows how to use the system. So that's my main complaint with it, and that's mostly from that documentary. That's where that comes from. It does a good job at explaining it, much better than I'm doing right now.
when are you gonna make the video for our channel that's gonna be feature film length about Genie Plus? When are we getting that?
uh well, you know what, I don't have anything going on now.
There you
Maybe
go.
we'll
You
see.
got the whole summer now. Um, okay, here's the price increases for this. I'm not really sure. So this is an article from WDW Magic if people want to look it up. This is from today, which is May 15th, the day that we're recording this. Genie Plus at Walt Disney World is priced at $22 today, an increase of $4 over yesterday's 18. In addition to Genie Plus increasing in price today, most individual Lightning Lane attraction prices have increased by $1, and Star Wars Rise of the Resistance has increased by $2. So today's Lightning Lane attraction prices, this is what it was today. And then I will also say what their max and minimum pricing history have been for that attraction. So Avatar today, Flight of Passage, was $14 per person.
Yikes.
The previous minimum was $11, so that could still be what it is, I guess. If you're going on a different day, it could be $11. The previous maximum was $16, so $14 today is not even as bad as it's been for Flight of Passage. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind was $15 today. The minimum is usually $14, and the maximum has been $17 for one ride, by the way,
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
This is after you pay. You have to pay for Genie Plus first, or you can do
Yep.
this
Yeah,
separately.
you have to pay for Genie Plus first.
Oh my god, this is killer. Okay. Seven Dwarf Mine Train, $11 today. The minimum is 10 and the max is 12, so it's right in the middle. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance Day was $22
No,
to ride.
No.
The max $25 and the minimum
Ridiculous.
15.
No. No.
Tron Light Cycle was $20. The previous max and minimum were $20. I guess because it just opened.
Yeah, but oh my, no,
This is a
not
lot
worth
of
it.
money.
That's not worth it. For Tron especially, like the ride is less than 2 minutes long. It's like a minute and a half long.
So
I don't think
about
that's worth it.
$10 a minute.
Yeah, $10 a minute, you're getting there. I don't think that's worth it.
That's
I
an
don't.
hour's pay. $20 for some
Yeah,
people. That's an hour's pay. $10 is some
that's
people's.
more than an hour's pay for
Yeah,
some people. Like
yeah.
that's an hour and 20 minutes of my current pay right now. Like that's no. I'm not. Do you want to know what I'm doing instead of buying that? I would I'm gonna buy churros instead. I think I'd get more enjoyment per minute from 5 churros.
How many churros is it? Hold on.
Or
How
wait,
much is
no,
a
four
churro right
churros.
now?
It's like 4.75. So with
Okay.
tax, like 4 churros.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm not paying 4 churros worth for Tron Light Cycle Run Lightning Lane. Not worth it.
Here's a comment on the page, by the way. I know this will be an unpopular opinion, but I genuinely consider these prices excellent value for money.
Excellent value for money. That can't be real. It can't be real.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Why would somebody think that? And you know why it feels like more like a ripoff is because again, it used to be free. So you're looking at this stuff, you're like, this used to be included,
Yeah,
and now it's an extra cost, and this is per day, per ride for these anyway.
right. Like,
But I mean, you're looking at a family of four, right? Let's take family of four, $22 times four. That's just for Genie Plus,
yep,
right? Is I'm not good at math. That's almost
88.
$100. All
It's
right. That's
88.
$88.
Yep.
And then if you all want to ride Tron, that's another $80.
Or no, that or yeah, no, $80.
$20. Yeah.
Uh,
Per person.
$168.
That's more
That's
than
an
one
extra
day of
day.
the park. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one additional theme park ticket plus like an extra $38 on the side of that, or 28, 28 probably more accurately. But
That is
either way, like,
insane.
man, that I I mean, like, Genie Plus can be great if you know how to use it, and like, you you're in the park all day and you're going to get your money's worth out of it. You can get your money's worth out of it.
I
But
think when I was down there, we used it for one day, and it was
right.
mostly against my against my will. My wife was like, "We're doing this."
It can be good. But there's just so many downsides, and it used to just be so simple for all of this. Like, Fast Pass Plus was nice because you could reserve the experiences you wanted ahead of time and be guaranteed to get what you wanted. Like, Animal Kingdom, you could be guaranteed to get Flight of Passage and be able to ride, or assuming it didn't break down. But, like, that was nice. You could do that, and then you could get a bunch of other attractions on there too. Like Dinosaur, which for some reason always has like a 40 to 50 minute wait, it seems.
Does it?
Uh
Every time
it
I go, it's 5 minutes.
Oh man. I've been going at the
I,
wrong times, clearly.
yeah, I walk on Dinosaur every single time.
I've been going at the wrong time every time, it seems, because I swear it's always like 40 minutes. Uh
Even if it says 40, go in there. You're probably looking at a 10-minute wait.
it's never actually 40, it's more like 20, 25. But like, I feel like it's rare to get 5, but either way, like, man, I've just been going at the wrong times. Clearly,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
That's it.
you're going at the wrong times, man. Start whenever I book a trip, just start following that cycle, and then you'll be at Dinosaur 5-minute wait.
I've just been constrained by it whenever school's off,
Yeah,
right?
now
For
you're free of that
Yeah,
constraint.
now it's just whenever I can get time off from my job.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah. So that might be the same.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
but yeah, I mean it's to kind of just wrap up my thoughts on this Genie Plus thing. It's absurd. It's a little bit absurd.
yeah.
Okay. Another thing that they announced today was a new 4 park magic ticket. Summer offer for $99 a day. So you would get one visit to each park. Park reservations not required. So this is kind of like a soft launch for that there. On sale starting May 23rd, and it's valid June 1st through September 29th. There are blockouts September 1st through 4th and July 1st through 4th and September 1st through 4th.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And tickets are good for 7 days after the first use. Hey, do you remember when tickets used to not expire?
Yeah. Yeah.
Me too. Like we would buy tickets down there, my parents and I, and then we'd have like we'd come back down the next year and be like, how many days left do we have on this? They'd be like, you have another 3 days, and you're like, okay, let's buy another two to add on to that, and there's
Yeah,
our
like
week.
a- actually, because we were planning on going March of 2020, uh, like that we had tickets and everything for that.
Oh,
So
me too. I was going
yeah,
down in I think April of that
yeah,
year.
we were going over like spring break 2020, right? And so that gets shut down. The tickets didn't expire. We were able to use them like when we last went there, right?
Oh, nice.
So it was nice. It was nice that that they didn't expire. But yeah, but this right here, this deal, this is good. This is good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a really good deal. I mean, I remember when ticket prices were $99 a day,
Right.
so this
Yep.
is it. This is a good deal. I don't even know what they're at right now.
They're don't look. It's not you
Especially
won't be
because
happy.
they're all different, right, for each park
Yeah,
now.
I think like Epcot and Animal Kingdom, or it's either Epcot and Hollywood Studios. No, Epcot and Animal Kingdom, I think are 139 per day.
What?
And then I think Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios are 149 per day.
Are you kidding?
Like for a single day ticket.
The last time I thought was like the last time I looked was like $105 for
Maybe I
Magic.
was looking
But
wrong.
that was
I
10
could
years ago.
oh
I
well
don't know.
never mind. Maybe it is correct then. Uh
I'm gonna Google it real quick.
I'm looking right now. Let's see. Walt Disney World website. Parks and tickets. Theme park tickets. I'm pretty sure it's okay. I'm definitely wrong. Okay. 1 day tickets range from 109 to 189.
Okay.
I
189?
yeah, if you get
That's
like
like
park
Christmas
hopper,
maybe?
if you get like park hopper
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
I think. So,
Because they did change it to where it's different per the season now too.
oh no, never mind. 109 is the cheapest it will be based off the season. Right now the minimum is 144.
Jeez whiz.
Like that's for today. But it gets down like if you're looking at, like end of July, early August, you're looking at like 130, and then at the end of August, like 109, uh, and beginning of or end of September, like 109. So it gets lower down there, but it's closer to like 140 per day.
That's still more than I would have thought. I thought maybe we were in the 120s at most.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. So that makes this a really good deal.
Yeah, yeah, you're
This
saving
ticket.
$40, especially for a summer. You're saving like
Right.
$40 a day.
Right. So I mean, you get to go to each park once, which I mean, for some people that might be limiting to them, but if you want to go over the summer and you want to experience all four parks, it's a solid deal. Like you can get that for about $400 for the park tickets, which that you can that's like 2 days, 2.5 days normally. And then if you stay at like an all-star resort, you can probably keep the cost for that, looking at $160 per night, maybe for all-star resorts. You could keep the
Mhm.
cost like for lodging and tickets for per person down pretty small. Like all right. It will still be it's still Disney, so it'll still be expensive, but
Yeah, yeah.
you can keep it down a little bit.
Ooh, there you go. So that's what having an annual pass did to me, by the way. It's like I didn't remember how much things cost.
Well, that's how they get you. You paid one cost at the beginning, and so you kind of already know the value of it, but or the values or actually no, you don't know the value of an individual trip, right? That's the whole thing. You can kind of guess, but it's not as much as like a single day ticket where as soon as you get into the park, you absolutely know the value of what you paid for that day.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess speaking of annual passes, I'm trying to pull up the new passes that they have. So they have started selling annual passes again. I only see one option on the website. I thought they had like a four.
Yeah, they have different tiers, I thought. Um, Maybe you have to like log in as a, oh yeah, you have to log in as like a Florida resident, I think, to see the rest of them because there are other tiers for it, but like some of them are just available for Florida residents.
Yeah, yeah. I think a good chunk of them are just for Florida residents at this point. All the different categories.
Yep.
I'm
Okay. So is this
trying to find
okay? Here we go.
Scott's tweet about
I
this.
think I found it right here on their website. We've got the Disney Pixie Dust Pass,
Yes, yep.
which is for Florida residents only. You get admission to one or more Disney theme parks on most weekdays during the year with park reservations, and you can hold 3 reservations at a time. Uh, and you get standard theme park parking and discounts on everything. This is just for Florida residents. The next one is the Pirate Pass, which has some blockout dates applying there, and you can make 4 reservations. You do need advanced park reservations there as well.
Isn't that one
So
only for adults?
that one is the Pirate Pass.
Yeah, because
Uh,
it's rated R.
I see. I see. Okay, I was confused for a second. This one's also for Florida residents, though.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Sorcerer Pass, which is Florida residents or eligible Disney Vacation Club members. Uh, which it won't let me click on the footnote to tell me who are eligible Vacation Club members, but oh no, it just doesn't say in the footnote either. Great. So you get admission to one or more Disney World parks on most weekdays during the year. You need advanced park reservations. There's blockout dates, but you can make 5 park reservations at a time. Same standard theme park parking and discounts on everything else. And then we get to the one that's available to everyone or anyone, the Incredipass, which has admission to any park during weekends or during on most weekdays during the year. There's no blockout dates. You can make 5 theme park reservations at a time, and you get standard theme park parking with that as well. So pretty much the same thing on as a lot of the other ones, but no blockout dates for that, which makes it kind of nice. Now,
Yeah.
the thing is, I can't find the pricing on any of these, which is how they get you.
Well, the Incredipass
Um,
is $1,400.
that's right. Yeah.
That one I can see because I guess I'd have to log into my DVC account to find the Sorcerer Pass amount. I think that one was like $900 from what I saw
I think it was like
before.
$8.99 or nine ninety
Yeah,
nine.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it was
something
eight
like
ninety
that.
nine or something. That's probably the one I would get, like if I had to. I would just schedule around blackouts. Because if you do 899, what that's a week and a half of park, like that would be 2 trips.
Yeah.
Take 2 trips and you're like golden on paying that off.
Yeah. I'm looking for what blockout dates they have. So the Sorcerer Pass is blocked out for Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep,
And then
I'm never going down then.
all of the end of the month from or the end of the year from December 20th onwards to January 3rd.
That's great. Don't I'm not going there.
And that's it. Those are the blockout dates.
That's
Like
it for Sorcerer Pass?
that's all that's on the calendar as blockout dates. That's
Hmm.
actually not that bad. So if a big reason you're buying the pass is to go during the holidays,
Then you have to get the
obviously
Incredipass. Yeah.
obviously it makes sense. And given how much ticket prices cost on those days, it actually might not be that bad of a deal at that point. But uh yeah, the Sorcerer Pass, ultimately the blockout dates don't look that bad.
Yeah, that's probably the one I would go with, especially if it's only those 2 windows of the blackouts. I was thinking maybe it would at least do the um like some sort of spring break or something. But
Right. Yeah, I was shocked as well, but there doesn't appear to be any of that right now. So
that's good. Okay, some other things that have happened since we last recorded is we had the dragon at Disneyland for Fantasmic just completely lost its head.
Lost
Um,
more than its head.
yeah, it blew up pretty much.
Yeah,
It
it
was on fire.
yep.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. So they had stopped. I'm not even sure if it's fixed now, by the way.
I doubt it. It was like a month ago and it looked I think that if once Phantasmic returns, it's gonna be a while before the dragon returns
Yeah,
along with
yeah.
it. But it was just a mess. Like all of a sudden, Mickey did the effect where, you know, he beats the dragon and it just lights on fire. Mickey just descends beneath the stage and the dragon just burns. And then announcements come on like, hey, Phantasmic can no longer continue. And I saw a great clip of a video of someone going down the drop at Splash Mountain, and then they just look, and then they just see the dragon burning, and then they fall down, and then it just plays zippity doo dah, zippity, and that's it. That's the entire video. It's fantastic.
You don't mess with the mouse. All
Right?
right.
Yeah.
Mickey sets Maleficent Dragon on fire, nopes out of there like my job's done. Goes underground, and then yeah, then they had to end the show. And then they took a precaution to not have the dragon overrun Phantasmic at or they paused Phantasmic viewing, something like that, over at Orlando as well.
Mhm. I just think that it's just the whole thing was just if you were on Twitter or any other social media platform at the time, like when that happened, you saw exactly how many memes were going around that because I mean, come on. That's got to be the most that's got to be one of the most wild things to happen recently with like a Disney attraction malfunction.
Well, do you remember when Mine Train caught on fire?
Oh, that's right. They did.
And everyone thought, like I was on Twitter, everyone thought that the ride was going to burn down and how big of a disaster this was. It created like no damage
Yep.
on that one. Now, this Maleficent's dragon did get quite melted quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
A
so I
little bit
guess we'll
more
see.
damage this
I
time.
guess we'll see how they go with that. But
It's gonna be a while before that comes back online. Let's just say that. Like it'll take a little bit of time. So if you're planning on going to Disneyland, anytime within the next, I'd say probably month or two, I wouldn't anticipate going to see Fantasmic.
do you think they have like a spare one that they like have in the back in case of this type of stuff, or do you think
Break in case of emergency.
they have to like? Because I would think if you're building a big thing like this, you'd want doubles in case of something happens. Or do you think they're like, great, now we have to make a new one?
I think they actually have to make a new one. I
That's what
I
I'm
think they
thinking.
do. Like or at least repair that one. I think what they do have is they have like an alternate staging for it where
Hmm.
instead of the dragon animatronic, they use something else.
Like 10
I'm
people, 10 people running with like,
with
don't,
streamers.
yeah, don't they do that
Oh,
in
like
something?
yeah,
Like
like
with the head? Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Lunar New Year
Yes,
celebrations.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Just like that.
possibly. Yeah, no, that's Plan B.
Yeah. That's like if they're like, we can't get this sorted out in 2 months. We have to run Fantasmic
No,
again.
actually, what it is, it's an inflatable dragon. Like they just have some poor cast member gets selected to just like pump up the
Oh
dragon
yeah.
as the show's going on,
It
and
looks more like Elliot from Pete's
yep,
Dragon
yep.
instead.
That's Plan B. Plan C is the Lunar New Year dragon.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's the one.
So that's
Yeah.
when Pete's Dragon pops, right?
Yep. Yep.
They're like,
Yep.
oh, now we have to resort to yeah.
Plan D is shadow puppets. So that's Plan D
Or I was gonna say it's like the strobe light effect for the
for the
Yeti.
Disco Yeti.
That's Plan Z right there. They're like,
Yep.
we'll just put a cardboard cutout of a dragon and like strobe light effect.
Yep. Hey, if it's good enough for Expedition Everest, it's good enough for this.
Sticking with Disneyland California, Splash Mountain is wrapping up its run over there May 30th, 2023, as it begins the transformation into Tiana's Bayou Adventure, um, opening late 2024 in California. And yeah, it's both are planned to open late 2024, even though Disney World got quite the head start here.
Yeah, but
Don't know
I
why.
think I don't know. Disneyland's just working faster, I guess. I don't know. Maybe is there less construction going on around Disneyland currently than Disney World? Is that maybe it? So they needed to start the Disney World one quicker?
I don't know. I think it might have actually something to do with Florida versus California workers. I don't know because it does
It
seem
could
like it
be.
does seem like they probably both start at what um Galaxy's Edge around the same time, and California was done that first.
Yeah. But they also opened it without Rise of the Resistance at first, right? So they like that it was just Smuggler's Run that opened.
For both parks though.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Hmm.
And then Rise of the Resistance was like what, a few months later?
Yes,
Yeah.
Rise was like the beginning of the end of 2019
Yeah, okay.
in Disney World, and I think at Disneyland it opened up early 2020, right before it shut down. I
Oof.
think they're like, "Hey, our $1 billion investment's finally going to pay off." Oh, nope.
Oh, actually, you're gonna have to wait on that.
Yeah. So that's what's starting over in Disneyland as they're working their way through that. During their investor call, Disney's CEO Bob Iger announced that the company is moving towards a one app experience for domestic customers, which means that the Disney Plus app will also be home to Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. But they will all still be, this is the part that's confusing, they'll all still be separate services. That you can access them in the same app now. So you don't have to be like, I'm watching Disney Plus, and now I have to exit, press the home button on my smart TV, and open up Hulu. You just be able to access it all within the same thing. So that was kind of answering my question there, I guess, because my question was, I don't know how this is going to affect the live TV portion of Hulu
Right.
because that's what I have. I canceled YouTube TV because of price, and the Disney bundle with all of those services ad free plus Hulu live TV is cheaper,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm kind of worried if they do just say, live TV is not cutting it for us. But I don't know. I guess we'll see how that goes because I'm wondering how that would start being integrated into Disney Plus as well then. But I think ultimately this is good. I just wish that they would just combine the darn things anyway. Um, that's what it is overseas, and even in Canada. Canada gets all the Hulu stuff on Disney Plus because they don't have Hulu.
I
But
think
hey,
yeah,
it's just good to have it in the same thing. I'm not leaving the app to go see something else.
right. I think it makes it kind of nice and also is more likely to lead to people like, browsing through and finding something else that they want, right? So,
I hope they like make it clear. Like
right.
it would be really bad if you're just scrolling through the whole library and it's everything, and you're like, oh, only murders in the building. Let's watch that. And it's like, you need to buy Hulu for
Oh my God.
14.99 a month. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you keep scrolling and you're like, you need to buy ESPN Plus. It's like, well, okay, what's on Disney Plus? So
Right.
hopefully they
Yeah,
still
yeah.
have it separated enough. But
I I
yeah,
I hope so, but we'll see.
they love complications.
Yep,
Is
yep,
what we're
yep.
learning from Disney here.
They love making things far more complex than they need to be.
And so the reason why they used to be separated is because they don't own the full Hulu rights. They are purchasing them. It's part of the deal that they made with Comcast that they have to purchase it. So that's what they'll be doing. Let's see. Any big news left before we jump into our draft? I don't think so.
I I can't think of any. Actually, I did see something because in Hollywood Studios, that old area where Toy Story Mania used to be
Hmm.
has now reopened as sort of I think they're calling it Pixar Place, where you
Oh, it's
can
been
meet.
called that.
It
Yeah.
has been okay.
Hmm.
Well, they have a bunch of meet and greets there now, so they have something themed to like Edna's headquarters from The
Yep. Yep.
Incredibles, so you can go in and meet her, which I think that's a good way to use that sort of space for the time being to have that kind of spot to meet those Pixar characters.
Hot take, maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw this out here. I missed the old entrance to Toy Story Mania.
I liked it as well, but
Yeah, I don't like the new entrance.
yeah, I mean it sells more of the idea of it being like, a definitely
Yeah,
a
yeah.
toy type thing, which makes sense. But I did like that old entrance quite a lot. I I wish they would. I remember probably like 7, 8 years ago, all the rumors about them using that to make like a Monsters Inc. door ride coaster. Like,
Yeah, it was actually supposed to be where the Mickey meet and greet was,
right, okay,
like
yep,
next door to it where Millionaire used to be, I think it was.
hmm,
When
yeah,
they used to
but
have Who Wants to Be a
never
Millionaire?
happened.
No.
Would have been awesome. I think it would have been awesome, but no, there's been so many of those rumors. Maybe that's something that we could do for a future draft as well. Like rumored
Pick your
attractions.
rumored
Yeah.
attraction.
Once we're really at the bottom of the barrel of things,
Yeah,
like
yeah. I'll
attractions that
draft
could have existed but never did.
I'll draft the Virginia theme park, please.
I'll draft out what was it called? Uh, was it Edison Square in Disneyland in like 1956 that never
Oh
came to
yeah.
light? Uh, the Country Bear theme park in Northern California.
Yep, there you go. I'll take that. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Um, even if it's not a draft, maybe a tier ranking. Maybe we can
Your
create a
ranking
tier
of
ranking for like
of
the
of
ideas.
of ideas that
Yes.
may or may not have existed.
All right, but our draft today is quick service restaurants in the Disney parks. Um, let's see. Do I have a coin or something? Yes, I do.
All
Okay.
right,
We're gonna figure out who drafts first. So I have a quarter.
all right.
Okay. You can't really see it that well, but I have a
Yeah, I
quarter.
can't.
The back of it is Utah.
Okay,
So Utah is tails. Big man Washington is heads. And I'm going to flip it and I want you to call it. Okay.
okay. I'm calling tails.
It is tails. So do you want to go first or
Tails never
second?
fails. I'm gonna go first.
All right. He's going to go first. Darn it. Uh,
Tails never fails. Let's go.
except for the 50% of the times it does.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Tails never fails except for when it does. Okay. Uh, I know what one of yours is gonna be, and I'm pretty sure I told you like beforehand. I know what I think two of yours are going to be. So I'm going to leave those untouched because I want
oh,
to see
okay.
if because there's one that I really like that I want to get on here before it gets taken, which is Backlot Express at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I love that place. It has some great stuff. The smoked barbecue pork burger is amazing. I've heard great things about the Cuban sandwich they have there as well. And they have this dessert there called the Wookie cookie,
Oh, yeah.
which
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've had it before, but
No.
it's two oatmeal cookies with vanilla cream in the middle, and then it has a milk chocolate sash that looks like Chewbacca's sash on top of it. And it's great. I love it. It's up there with one of my favorite desserts in the park. So
I
because it's
think
like
my wife got it last summer, I think.
I I love it. It's like a giant oatmeal cream pie, like those little
Hmm.
Debbie snacks. So I'm picking that at my number one. I love the items there. I think they're great. And also the seating area there is perfect. Like there's plenty of seating, right? You're most of the times when you're going there, you can find some tables to sit at, which I think is important, right? You don't want to get your food and then be wandering around for trying to find where to sit.
Um, okay. So let me write these down.
Yeah, I think I know what your number one's going to be. I have it narrowed down between two things, I think.
I think I know the two you think too.
All right.
Okay, so Jack took uh backlot.
Backlot Express, yeah. And also one other thing, it's like the last remnant of Hollywood studios as it used to be, where it was about like the movies and all that, and like actually about the making of it, because it's like a prop yard, and that's so
Yeah, yeah.
cool. I love that. I think the theming is really on point there.
Okie doke. Let's go with my first pick here.
Let's see if I read you like a book or not. Let's
Cosmic
see.
rays.
Yep. Okay.
That's the one that I was worried about you taking. But I'll take cosmic rays. Sunny eclipse,
Oh
who
yeah,
like
that's other
he
news that
like
we
what
forgot.
died in front of a kid. I don't know if a kid was there, but I just love the imagery of like Sunny Eclipse like dying and some kids being like scarred. Like, no, Sunny Eclipse is dead. Dies like mid set.
Yeah, like he just leaks oil and then just. But Sunny Eclipse isn't the only reason you're picking it, right?
No, no,
That's
they have my chicken nuggets.
exactly.
They have here's something they used to have that they kind of got rid of though. They were one of my top places because of the cheese
Oh,
sauce.
oh,
Back when you
right.
used
Yep.
to be able to fill it up yourself. You just go over
Right.
there, you
Yeah.
pump, 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 pump. I went there for the cheese, dip my fries in cheese. Same thing with Pecos used to have that too.
Yeah. The whole like salad bar of toppings they had was really nice.
Yes, yes. So for nostalgia, I'm gonna do that too. I think now they have where you can still get cheese, but it's like a thing that you have to
Yeah,
open
it's
up.
like
It's
it's
something
not
purchased.
fresh
No,
plastic cheese. It's
I don't
not
know
the
if that
fresh
was
plastic
fresh
cheese.
either, but
Right. That's a good pick. I think I know what your I think I know what your second choice is, and out of respect
oh
for it.
yeah, is it a snake draft or
Oh,
are
if
we
you want to,
go?
we can do snake draft. Yeah,
Okay, we'll
if you
snake draft it. Look at
yeah,
this coming up on the fly here.
yeah. I think I know what the second choice is for you. I think I know what it is.
I think I know too.
Yep.
Restaurantosaurus. Let's
I knew
go.
it. I
They
knew
got
it.
my chicken nuggets. But no, this is a restaurant that I go to pretty much anytime I'm in Animal Kingdom. Um, because they do have those chicken nuggets. But also, I love the atmosphere. I love hearing the Dino Land playlist, which has expanded a little bit too much for me. I think.
You're a
Um,
Dino Land playlist originalist.
yes,
Yeah.
I think they were playing some sort of Jonas Brothers there last time, and
Oh, never mind. I'm that's too far.
I'm like, I made a Spotify playlist of their songs from when I worked there, and I used to sit in my dorm room in my apartment listening to it while playing video games as if I couldn't get enough of work as it was. Um, they have some really great songs though. So that was cool and like just the story behind the restaurant. So the story behind the restaurant is supposed to be that these are these college interns that run the Restaurantosaurus that also work for like the Dino Institute. So they're like running that while they're also working like internship at Dino Institute. So there's a whole bunch of dinosaur stuff. That's why you have like I don't know, like the seat on top of the ceiling,
Right.
on the roof or whatever. Just some really cool story stuff behind it. And I mean, you also got like the crocodile right there too that you can go out and look at. I mean, they have some animal stuff there. And of course, the quick, easy exit right to Dinosaur and get on that ride. So, yes, that is something I used to do. Eat and then ride Dinosaur. Probably not the best thing
Yeah, no,
to
not a
do.
great combo, I was gonna say, but
But that's my
I knew
top
it.
two.
I knew it. I absolutely knew it. I knew that I it was just a matter of which one was coming first, I think, on that. But
Yeah.
yeah, but that those are good picks. I like them both. And also, it's worth noting for anyone listening that we're not necessarily saying these are the best like in terms of mass appeal, but there are favorites, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We're just drafting, I
That's
guess, where we would eat.
right. For me, second choice, and I'm a little worried that this one would get stolen, which is why I'm picking it early, I think. I'm picking Casey's Corner. I
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem. I would never take
You don't
that.
like Casey's Corner?
I've never eaten there.
You haven't? Okay, okay.
I have not
Man,
eaten there.
I could have stolen it at the five then.
I'm not a
It's
big,
unfortunate.
well, okay, like I eat hot dogs, but like in a theme park, I'm not like I'm gonna eat a hot dog right now.
That's fair. I loved it. I ate there all the time when I was younger. They now have a Chicago style hot dog too, which is like my favorite version of a hot dog with all the vegetables on it and everything like that.
Ew. I'm a
Uh,
plain, it won't surprise you. I'm a plain hot dog guy. No ketchup, no mustard, no nothing.
no ketchup or mustard. I mean,
Nope.
I respect no ketchup because to me, ketchup does not belong on hot dogs. It doesn't belong on anything as far as I'm concerned. I'm a ketchup hater.
Yeah, I don't like ketchup
I will
either.
stand by that. Uh, but I like this place. I remember on the Disney dining plan, the dessert that came with this was a box of Cracker Jacks. And so I would have that with it. So I would get like the hot dog, the box of that, or they also have like the theme park brownie, you know, that's like in the little dish with the
Mm-hmm.
little swirl of chocolate and the Mickey Mouse sprinkles. It's very good. And they have the classic French fries, like Disney French fries, and you can get that cheese sauce there. And it's not, and it's like it's from a pump. You can't pump it yourself, but you can get it from this place,
Oh, okay.
which gives it, which does help it a little bit. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for a good theme park hot dog. I like it a lot, so I'm going with it.
All right.
And oh yes, snake draft.
Oh yeah, your turn again.
Right. I'm trying to pick from all around, like so like picking my favorite place from each of the parks. So I'm gonna
There's
go
5 parks?
for my one is gonna get doubled. The one is gonna get a double, but I'm gonna go with Flame Tree Barbecue at Animal Kingdom for my third
Oh,
choice.
my friend used to work there.
I love Flame Tree Barbecue. Their onion rings are great. And they have really good ribs, pulled pork sandwich. I love pulled pork, and coleslaw. I'm a huge coleslaw fan, so I will take that for sure. Uh, the one thing that is a little bit on the downside of it is there's not a ton of seating near there, which
Mm.
you know brings it down a little bit, but their food is really good. And I also think like the pricing of the food there is pretty good for what you get. Like I think it's one of the best values for what you can get. So I'm a huge fan of it, especially those onion rings. You know, you can get a basket of onion rings for $4 there still. I don't know how that hasn't been hit by any price increases, but it's great. It can fill you up, and I think it's also like a nice diverse set of food, like getting some barbecue instead of you know burgers and hot dogs all the time. So I I I love barbecue. That's my end statement on that.
Are we counting? Because I don't see it on the list here, but I don't know if it's because I got rid of reservations on. I'm looking on the website.
Okay.
Um, because I kind of I guess it's not quick service, so no, it's not. Okay,
Were you
never mind.
thinking be our guest?
I
Is
was
that
thinking
the
Oga's
Oh,
because they don't really like they have like snacky type food and drinks, but they don't have
right.
like
They don't
actual
have
like
like meals,
meal
right?
like sit
Yeah.
down dinner meals. Um, I have another pick though. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm gonna go with Epcot. This is a place I just ate at for the first time. It's pretty new. Connections
No, that was gonna
Eatery.
be my fourth pick. You stole it from me.
Yeah, I really like Connections.
It's a good place,
I think I got like a grilled chicken sandwich there when I went, and it was pretty good.
man.
Um,
Should
I
have
miss
picked it
Electric
early.
Umbrella, but then Electric Umbrella got weird. You know, Electric Umbrella used to have my nuggets, right? And then
Yep.
they'd have like burgers. And then they're like, what if we put mac and cheese on a burger? And the place went downhill. And then they had to end up tearing it down because nobody ate there anymore. And then they put Connections there. And it was good. Connections was pretty good.
I will say the Liège waffle that they have there is
Oh,
really
it looks
good.
good. Yeah, it does
It
look
is
good.
so good. Like highly recommend that. Ah man, I should have picked it earlier. That's unfortunate.
I'm glad I picked it now then, because I was like, connections is probably gonna be there, but I'm glad I went ahead and picked that now.
Dang. Okay.
And I guess for my snake draft here, I'm gonna go with um. Does this place still have good food? Let me check before I.
I have the app open on my phone looking at all the different places on here as well. Like just making sure I'm not missing anything.
Yeah, and like I'm like scrolling through the parks, like, okay, what do you have here? Okay, I'll go with Rosie's All American Cafe in Hollywood Studios.
That's a solid pick. That's on Sunset Boulevard, right?
Yeah, they have cheeseburger and they have my nuggets, so we're good. Um, but no, I do like sitting outside when I can, like on the at the little benches and picnic tables and just I like Sunset Boulevard, so kind of taking in that, and I haven't eaten there in a while actually, so I probably should. I usually go to Backlot, but you took that.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
At least I got that one right away. That's but
Dang it, I'm just thinking of something now I should have took, but okay. Your last pick.
is it the last pick already?
Yeah, four, five, right?
Or I've only picked three,
Oh
right?
yeah, so you picked
Yeah.
your last two. Sorry.
Okay,
Snake draft.
last two. Ooh. Okay, for Epcot now, I'm gonna go with my backup that I had for Epcot here. And that's Lotus Blossom Cafe
Okay, that
in
was
the
never in
China.
danger, so you're
Okay,
good.
yeah, I know it wasn't, but I really do like this place.
What's it
Uh
called? Lotus what?
Lotus Blossom Cafe.
I
They
think my wife goes there.
Their pot stickers
Oh
are
yeah, she
amazing.
does. Yep, she
I
does.
love the pot stickers there. The egg rolls, I haven't had the egg rolls before, but they look really good. The orange chicken is really good. I think like it's a pretty solid place. And they have this caramel ginger ice cream and it tastes so good. I really like how that tastes. So I'll pick that one up for the different options there, and really for the pot stickers. I'm a sucker for good dumplings or pot stickers. That's like one of my favorite foods. I feel like. And then last pick. God, what do I go with for last pick here? I feel like there's a lot of really good options, but you can throw a flag on this for being not a quick service restaurant, but I clicked quick service and it says that this counts.
All right,
So
if it says it counts, we'll count it.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm going with the refreshment port at Epcot, which
Oh, that's one of my favorites. I'll
yeah,
count it.
it has the chicken nuggets there, but the real reason I'm picking this is for the poutine because
Oh,
I
okay.
I love poutine. French fries, beef gravy, and cheese curds. I I really like that. It's a good snack. Really fills you up. You get a lot of food for $7 with it. So I'll pick that one. And also Food and Wine Festival, during Food and Wine Festival, they have some really, really good options there for to eat from. So I think I feel good picking that one. I do see one other one that I could have picked, but we'll see what you pick for your last ones here. Or
All right,
your last one.
my
Your last
last
one.
one,
Yeah.
yeah. My last one here is ABC Commissary.
Nice. Yeah.
I like
That's a
eating
good
there.
one.
I like the inside of it. They have some like actual cool I think they used to. I'm not sure if they still
They
have
they
this, but
still I think they still
like
have some of the
they had,
props
like the
there.
once upon a time costumes at one point. I don't know if they rotate these. They have like TVs playing sometimes, right? They have kind of cool stuff like that, but I really fell in love with like the grilled chicken sandwich there that has like bacon and stuff on it. That's good. And I think they have regular burgers too, but um
They've changed their menu a little bit, it looks like, but
they've changed it a few times. Do they
I
still have something that I will eat, or should I
I
change my
they
pick?
have a so they have shrimp tacos, a chicken club sandwich, Mediterranean salad with chicken, buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich, pork carnitas tacos, and Mediterranean salad.
So they really changed it, huh?
Yeah, I know that my brother had the buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich before, and he really liked it. Uh, so there's that's really good, but They have changed it quite a bit.
Well, I will say I'm taking the old ABC commissary because I haven't tried any of this stuff. I would probably try the chicken club or that buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich sounds interesting, but um yeah, I haven't been there since, I guess, so can't really
You can't really assess it.
assess it, but I'm gonna pick I'll pick it for the atmosphere right now. Is
That's
what I'll
fair.
do.
That's a good atmosphere pick. It definitely has a lot there, but yeah,
What were your
man,
runners up here? What was the one you just said that you were looking at?
another one that I could have picked. So I was thinking Animal Kingdom Satuli Canteen. It's not my favorite, but I know that all of my family absolutely adores it. My sister really loves the cheeseburger pods there.
Hmm.
But also I was gonna say uh, Columbia Harbor House would
Yes,
have been a
that was
good
one of the
pick
ones I was thinking about too.
because they have the chicken strips there. They've got some good seafood, but they also have hush puppies, which I love hush puppies. They're like little cornbread bites basically, and man, I love that.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's another one I could put on here too? I like Pinocchio Village House.
Pinocchio Village House is good. Those flatbreads are really good.
I like the atmosphere too. You get to see out Small World.
Yeah,
Really great interior art on the walls.
yeah.
Um,
I
right
Hey,
near the
they've got
bathrooms
chicken
too. It's
strips
good.
too there.
Yeah,
So
they
they
do. I know.
yeah, so
That's also why.
there you go. So there's a common theme there for all of Jordan's picks.
Yeah, and you know
If
what's
you're
great?
following along,
You know what's great? All the chicken nuggets taste the same. That's what is. It's like it's
that's true.
perfect.
It's a
You
constant.
you it's good because you know like okay if they have that I will like the meal, which can sometimes be a little risky. You know I used to like the American Pavilion place, and now they're like all barbecue.
I haven't tried it since they switched to it, but I feel like I should because I do like barbecue. But
I used
there's
to go
just
there. I used to go there like when I worked on program, and
mhm.
then on my second program I think is when they changed the menu and they started adding different stuff for different states. I actually liked that a lot. It was like they would have like the Maryland crab cake and they would have like Texas sandwich. And the crab cake, all right. I ate it because I needed to feel from home, but let's just say it wasn't full of a lot of crab meat because that'd be expensive. It's a
Yep.
very cheap, watered down version of it. But it felt like home, being able to have a crab cake for a little bit. Then they changed it again, and it started getting a little more barbecue-ish, and then now it's like straight on barbecue. And I'm not big on barbecue,
Man, I've been missing
especially
out.
in like, I mean, like I'll have it, but like, especially in a theme park, I'm kind of worried about it
Okay.
upsetting my stomach and stuff too. I'm like,
Okay,
don't want to
that's
spend
fair.
the rest of the day in the bathroom when I'm here to like ride rides or see Smash Mouth in concert or whatever.
That's fair. I love barbecue. It's like one of my favorite food items, I feel like. A bit like a slab of ribs with
Like, what do
coleslaw
they
and
have
cornbread.
right now? I'm gonna
Right
check.
now, they've got Memphis dry rub pork ribs, which sounds really good. A Kansas City smoked half chicken, barbecue burger, a regular cheeseburger, although it's on garlic toast instead of
Oh yeah, I
normal.
had that. That was actually pretty decent.
That does a burger on garlic toast sounds pretty good. A Texas beef brisket sandwich, North Carolina chopped smoke pork butt platter, and then some salads. Oh, now that's it was ruined when I saw mac and cheese. I do not like mac and cheese, especially not from theme parks. But I just don't like noodles in general, which is
Oh yeah, you're
yeah,
weird.
that
That's
yeah.
right.
Hey, okay. I don't think you can judge me with all this, but they've got loaded burnt ends fries, which is fries with burnt ends, mac and cheese, and onion rings. If it wasn't for the mac and cheese, if that was coleslaw instead of mac and cheese, that sounds perfect.
I just saw some page spreading misinformation. So
Is it the normal page that spreads
inside
misinformation?
the magic, no.
Yep. No, it wasn't.
Shots
Oh,
fired.
okay.
It was
Wow.
just Disney on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's shocking. I didn't know. I didn't know.
They took a
Usually,
picture. They took a picture of where the Primeval World used to be,
mhm.
and then they shared Shanghai Disney artwork of Zootopia Land, and they put Zootopia Land coming to Animal Kingdom, replacing Dino Land.
That's not true. That's just not true.
5 hours ago,
That's just
they
not true at
posted that,
all.
and people are
Like,
like, "Is this official?" And I was like, "No official confirmation."
yeah, that's not official yet. Like, I feel like it probably it would I could see it happening, right? Like, I know as much as you don't want to see it happen.
If Iger does not want to get fired again, uh, he stepped down last time. But if he doesn't want to get fired, he's not going to touch Dino. I have
I
some sway.
I think I could see it happening. I could see it happening, but I would rather it be like I mean actually no, the Moana stuff they're building that in Epcot. They're building Moana stuff in Epcot. So
Yeah, I think we talked about it during D23, right? But Moana doesn't make any sense for Animal Kingdom.
yeah, I make it if they make it into anything, make it into Beastly Kingdom. Do that.
See, that would be cool, but keep like I don't know. I think then you could
You
split
could you
it
could keep
off.
you could keep the dinosaurs, I feel
Yeah,
like.
you could
You could
keep
keep dinosaur there.
dinosaurs, or I was gonna say you can split it off at like Chester and Hester's and have Primeval World to Finding Nemo
Yeah,
as
change
Beastly
change
Kingdom.
change the Finding Nemo theater. I get like I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the show on several occasions. But also
That was the
I
worst
feel
place to work.
I feel like no one goes there, right? Like it's so out of the way it feels like
Mm-hmm.
from everywhere else. Like, you know, people are usually either going to Asia for Expedition Everest or they're going down to Dino Land for Dinosaur and Dinorama, but they're that it's just an awkward place I feel like for Finding Nemo to be in. Or just like, I don't know, make a new show or something. I feel like
They used to
why
rotate shows before,
yeah,
right? We used to have like Tarzan Rocks
right.
and
Why not make that Moana, like a Moana show? If you're that adamant about having it in there, do that. Or like you could make it a Zootopia show for I guess. Like you could. I don't know. I
I
just
think we
feel
have too
just
much Nemo presence in the parks right now.
yeah, Nemo has two rides, like or two experiences, two attractions.
In two different parks.
Yeah, like he's got Epcot
And that
and
one's the better one because you can actually see the fish. Like
right,
you can
like
go and like see the fish. You also have Turtle Talk with Crush. Like that's
so
great.
he has three attractions. Come on,
Yeah.
like
And he has 20,000 Leagues over
in
in
Disneyland, yeah.
Disneyland, right?
I don't know, too
I
too
like
much Nemo,
Nemo, but yeah, too
too
much
much Nemo.
Nemo.
Come on, give us something new. Like I mean, I feel like a
Here's what you
Tarzan
do.
show
Here's what
would be so
you
good.
bring back the show from the 90s that had the Disney
I don't
afternoon
know.
stuff and you
Okay,
pop
okay.
it in there. So you get the Rescue Rangers, which are, they had a movie recently. They have
Okay.
DuckTales. They had a show recently. Darkwing Duck. He's got a comic book right now. I mean, you're like boom, boom, boom.
I as much as I would love that, I doubt
Goof Troop.
most kids these days, I do not think know who Darkwing Duck is.
He was in DuckTales. I think they know.
Maybe, but I would I want more Tarzan presence. I want more Tarzan presence because
Less Tarzan presence.
no. There is no Tarzan presence
He
right now.
has his tree over in
No, no, no,
Disneyland. That's where
no,
it
no, no.
stays.
He deserves more. Tarzan's like one of my favorite Disney movies, so that's why.
I like the soundtrack, but
The
the
sound
movie itself, I'm not too
I
crazy
told you
on.
that I think the soundtrack is one of my favorites.
Well,
But
my song with my mom for my wedding was the "You'll Be in My Heart."
it's a good song. It's a good
Yeah,
song. And Son of Man, great song. I had an for those of you who don't get the context, I had an argument with my friends about the best Disney soundtrack. Someone insisted it was Frozen 2, which is just I'm sorry, it's incorrect. It's
Frozen's pretty good.
Frozen.
Frozen 2 has a pretty good one too.
It's not the best though. That's
No,
that
no, it's not the
crucially, it's
best.
not the best. Uh
That's something we'll have to rank.
that's a future tier list right there.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Disney soundtracks.
Disney soundtracks. Hopefully when StreamYard is working or something.
Right.
Or else it'd be I guess we could screen share on here, and
Yeah.
actually I could edit it and make it look all right. But well, I guess this episode has come to its conclusion. Um, Follow us on our socials. Those links are in the description that you can see there. But thank you all for watching or listening. We will catch you all next time where I'm sure we'll have another draft or some sort of thing, and then maybe some more catch up on news or a topic that we'll think of. We're probably going to be what, every other week or something. Um to give us time to actually think of stuff.
Or, there's been random Disney news being dropped like every other week, it feels like now. So
Yeah,
I'm sure there
true,
will be
true.
something.
There might be some
Or
park news. Now that
maybe
Iger's
maybe
back in
another
charge.
animatronic will burn down. Maybe Mickey will be a menace and burn down the other Phantasmic Dragon or something. Who
Yeah,
knows?
true. Or the like the steamboat's gonna get a hole in it and they're all gonna sink or something.
Into the foot deep, the moat that's 1 foot deep or 2 feet
Yeah,
deep.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for watching and listening. Have a great rest of your week. We'll catch you next time.